I so desperately wish that when I turn this light on, it didn't flicker and be distracting as hell because it looks unbalanced. But what the frig can you do? Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing a Q&A for the first time since January of this year. Like, damn, it's really been about 10 months. Who even knew, you know? I mean, I guess I've just been doing other videos than Q&As, and I tweeted for video suggestions from you guys, and there was more suggestions for a Q&A than anything else, so I was like, frick it, okay. And I'm pretty stoked because we have some catching up to do, folks. So let's just go ahead and dive right in, shall we? So the first question comes from Jean, and they asked, why are you moving? And if you didn't know that I'm moving, there you go, folks. I'm moving out of this apartment on like Friday or Saturday, so sorry if it sounds like a bit echoey in here. I'm starting to clear some stuff out. The first like 2 days of Vlogmas will probably be some kind of moving vlog type deal, so you'll definitely be getting those moving vlogs. Don't you worry about a thing. That was also like half of the replies when I asked for video suggestions. Everyone was like, moving vlogs, because I've been like, you know, documenting moderate things on my Snapchat story. But anyways, why am I moving? I'm moving because one, downtown rent is insane. It's just like I shouldn't be paying as much as I do for the building that I live in. My AC breaks all the time. We have like security problems. It's like a beautiful building and I really like my unit, and I'm definitely gonna miss like my general space, but I'm not gonna miss all the bullshit that comes along with living downtown, being harassed on the street, unsafe feelings when I'm walking around, all those kinds of things. So I feel like my time in downtown LA is up. I just am getting a little bit more over the city, I would say. I've lived in LA for 3.5 years, and it's not like I'm, you know, like acting or like modeling out here. It's not like I'm like being part of the entertainment industry, you know? Like really the only things that I do out here for my job are like go to meetings and like go to premieres and do coverage for people from time to time. And that's not like that big of a deal to me, you know? Like I can Skype people for meetings and I can fly in if somebody needs me to do something for work. So yeah, I'm moving to Oregon with Finley, and we're planning on moving around like the new year. So that's why I'm leaving LA, but I will dearly miss my friends here and just like all the cool stuff that I've gotten the chance to do. And yeah, it's definitely gonna be like sad leaving, but I think I'm ready for, you know, a new journey, a new chapter in my life, folks. And then on that same kind of topic, Emma asked, do you know where you guys are moving yet? And no, we do not. We're actually taking another road trip up to Oregon. We already took one to explore kind of more like southern Oregon towns south of Portland, and we didn't even like go towards Portland at all because we were like, oh, we don't want to live in another city. But there's so many little towns outside of Portland that we just missed out on, so we're gonna go explore more of those, like McMinnville and Sherwood and like Sandy and Welch's and like just a bunch of small ass towns like that. And when we did like the southern Oregon towns, our favorite out of all of them was Ashland, so that's definitely like still on our radar, but we want to go and take another trip just to explore more of those areas. So probably we'll have a better idea of where we want to move to after the next trip. I think we're gonna go on like the 6th of this month or something like that. So yeah, be ready for some road trip vlogs again as well during Vlogmas. And I'm doing Vlogmas, guys, if you didn't know, on my other channel. So I'll put it here so you can subscribe, or over here. Who the frig knows where it is? I don't friggin' know. All right, I think we covered most of the moving information. So now that that's out of the way, let's answer this question from Caitlin. She asked, what's on your Christmas list this year? Love you. And I love you too. And thank you so much for asking, because I started making my Christmas list as of like last night, and I'm getting pretty excited about it, honestly. I texted my family being like, are we still doing Christmas lists this year, please? I hope. And my mom was like, yeah, send it on over. So I'm asking for Air Force One again. I asked for them last year, but they're like my #1 pair of shoes, and by the end of the year they're just tattered, torn, worn in, falling apart. So I'm gonna ask for a new pair of those. Winter clothes for Oregon and stuff like that, just more warm stuff. because I don't have enough. I'm also asking for a mixer, like a KitchenAid mixer, to help me with my baking. I've gotten more into like cooking and baking this year, more so baking. So I would be so stoked if I got that mixer, man, it would be great. I'm also asking for a rolling pin, and then I'm asking for 3 vinyl, the front bottoms, first album, it's like self-titled, and then My Name is Bear by Nako, and then For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole. So that's my current list, and yeah. The next question is a cute one, and this comes from Kay, and she asked, were you expecting to fall in love, manifesting it, or did it completely surprise you? And I wanted to chat about this a little bit because I do a lot of manifesting, honestly. I write a lot of stuff down, and I really was just hopeful for the love that I knew I deserved and was going to find. So maybe I was sort of manifesting it a little bit in my subconscious, but not every day was I like, oh my God, I hope I find love in 2017. But I totally did, and I would say that it definitely surprised me, the person at least. Like, I had been friends with Finley for a really long time, and I just had no idea that I would have ended up falling madly in love with him, and just, wow. It's so good. He's just so good. I don't understand, and I'm just so grateful for this experience that we're having together, and it's just like so lovely. So yeah, I would say it surprised me. I don't think that I would have been able to accept this love into my life though if I still had all of those other doors opened with like all of these other fuckboys and people in my life that I was just wasting my time on. I kind of talked about this in my last video that I uploaded. I shared a poem that I wrote called The Love You Deserve, and that was in one of my like lowest kind of moments where I was like, fuck boys, you know, like fuck wasting my time on all of these people who don't care about me. And I wrote that around probably like March of 2016, but I still kept all of those stupid doors open until like December of 2016. And then I literally took advice from Finley that was like, Meg, what are you even doing? You know, I needed like a male's advice. So I texted him being like, oh, I'm in this weird situation with this guy and I just don't really know how to handle it and what to do, and like, is this normal how he's treating me? And he was just like, no. What? You're better off alone than with this stupid motherfucker, you know? So I closed the door there, and then a few months later, Finley and I fell in love. So yeah, that's my little story there. You never know who it's gonna be, folks. So just keep your heart open, close all of the other doors, and you'll find that love. Christina asked a classic question that I always try to answer in my Q&As, and she said, what are your favorite songs at the moment? So I have a few. Change by J. Cole, No Love by Olivia O'Brien. I really like 90 by Jaden Smith, Lose It by Swimmers, spelled S-W-M-R-S. And for my last song suggestion, I would say Isaiah Rashad's Silk de Shaka song with Sid from the internet. Very jazzy, very good. So those are my faves of the moment. Ooh, this is a good ass question. Okay, Bree asked, how do you deal with losing friendships that you never wanted to lose, but they ended up cutting you off? And girl, I fucking feel you on this. I lost a lot of friends this year, honestly, but I made a lot of good friends as well. So that's kind of like the positive side to it all. Like, anybody who actually loves you is gonna keep rocking with you and staying with you, and anybody who doesn't fuck with you is just gonna kind of fade off into the background and you don't need to care about them. There was like a couple of friends that I really truly cared about this year that I just don't have any form of contact with at all anymore. You know, like, I still ask people who I have mutual friends with them if they're just doing okay, because I care. But yeah, you can't expect everybody to like you, man, and you can't really expect everybody to be in your life forever. That's just not a reality. You know what I mean? Like, you would be living in a fabricated reality if you truly believed that every single one of your friends was gonna like stay with you throughout life, which is like kind of a sad truth, but at the same time, like, you're gonna make new ones along the way. That's kind of just all I can say. You just gotta keep trekking on, you know? You win some, you lose some, if you will. Cliche ass advice for you, but it's true. Okay, Mads asked, you are so good with words. Do you think that you'll write a poetry book in the future? First off, thank you so much. And second off, I believe so. I probably will, because I don't know, this whole entire year I've had the goal of like writing a book, or at least starting the process. And the main thing that I've been writing is poetry. That's my favorite thing to write, but I also really, really love reading like young adult novels and stories. And so I did like a poll on Twitter the other day asking if you guys like to read young adult novels, self-help / like life advice stuff, or poetry books. And I think young adult novel won. And so I don't know, I'm like throwing all those ideas around. Definitely comment down below what you would like prefer to hear from me. But either way, I have kind of like fabricated ideas in my head for all 3 of those books to be happening in some time. I'm not gonna say all of them are gonna happen, because who really knows? But those are my ideas of what to write, you know, those 3 genres, I suppose. But yeah, to answer your question, I'll probably write a poetry book. If not, I'll just keep sharing my poetry online. Oh, and speaking of sharing my poetry, if you guys live in LA, on Sunday, I'm doing a little poetry reading at 5:40 to 6 o'clock at this local Wolves event. You can find all of the information on my Twitter, their Twitter, all of the things. The event itself is from like 4 to 7 p.m. But like I said, I'm not on until like 5:40, but definitely get there a little early, hang out. My friend John Vincent is also performing and I'm super excited for his set. And yeah, it was just super like last minute and kind of just like, heck, okay, I'll read some stuff. Yeah. So if you're around, definitely come through. Lauren asked, what songs would you like to learn how to play with Finn? There's a couple of them, but I would say anything by the Moldy Peaches. We're trying to learn right now Anyone Else But You. Very stinking cute duet. It's from like the Juno soundtrack. Like the last scene is them singing it together. And I didn't actually find it from that song. I just found out about it from Finley, and like that whole album that song is on is so incredible from them. I also really like Wild Child songs. Their duets are really nice. Maybe more like Head in the Heart songs, because we learned, the first song we ever learned together was Rivers and Roads. If you guys want to see us performing it, kind of shittily, we filmed like a little vlog in Big Bear, and it's on my other channel, and you could go and see a snippet of us playing the song in there. Kimmy asked, what are your favorite spots in LA? I'm visiting for my first time soon. And I definitely have a lot of food places that I'm just gonna start off with. If you ever come to downtown LA, definitely go to Mel's Deli. They have bomb ass subs. I always get their caprese sandwich and it's magnifique. I also really like Lazy Brewing Company downtown. These are both like in my general neighborhood, so I go to them all the damn time. LA Cafe is a classic, honestly. Go there just for the French fries. Oh, and at Lazy Brewing Company, I always get avocado toast. It's just so good there. They put arugula on top and like, oh wow. They really throw it all on, you know, they stack it. Arugula is bae, okay? And then my last like food slash coffee shop suggestion is Black Dog Coffee, and that's by my old neighborhood, like the first place I ever lived in LA. I always go there and get a fresh mozzarella sandwich and a iced cubano. I actually got it today and I have the fresh mozzarella sandwich waiting for me in my fridge. So yeah, now that we have the food out of the way, as for places to go, I would say probably go to the Self-Realization Temple. It's like a nice meditation garden area. It's kind of like more towards Malibu and like in the Palisades. It's right by where I nanny, so I took like my mom there when she came. It's just so exquisite, very beautiful. Definitely go to Little Tokyo. It's downtown, but it's very clean and like very safe, and I really like it there. And it's just beautiful right now. It's like Christmassy and cute as shit. And even when it's not Christmas, they have like all these lanterns hung up, and it's very cultural and fun. And then I guess I'll end it off with a good beach suggestion. Leo Carrillo State Beach. Beautiful, 10 out of 10. Hit up those spots. You'll probably have a good ass time. And then to end off this Q&A, I'm going to answer a question from Andrea, and she asked something very important that I need to talk about. And she said, will there be more merch soon? And the answer is yes, okay? I have not released merch since probably like earlier this year at some point. I released pins, and I haven't released anything since. And so there's going to be, should I do spoiler alerts? Okay, I will. For a while now, I've been kind of asking you guys if you would like to have the blue Stay Smilin' hats in black instead. So I think we're definitely gonna make those, slash I know we're gonna make those. And then I'm not gonna give you any hints about what it's gonna say, but I'm in the works of making like this cute mustard tea. And I guess the other hint I'll give you about the tea, other than the fact that it's yellow, is it has something to do with one of my favorite TV shows. All right, that's all I'm saying. And on that note, I'm gonna end off this Q&A. Thank you guys so much for your questions, by the way. If you guys wanna hit me up on Twitter, you can always do that. I'll probably just respond to your questions throughout the day-to-day, even if I'm not filming a Q&A, you know, that rhymed. And hey, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Ring that notifications bell if you wanna know when I upload. And until that next upload, stay smiling. Guys, I just realized that this is probably the last video I'll be filming in this apartment, so RIP to this space. Oh, and I'm moving in with Finley and putting my stuff in storage until we actually move to Oregon, so all of my other videos after this point will probably be filmed in his space. Okay, the PSA is over, the video is over, goodbye.
Tell me what you